Welcome back to XBGIN, humanity's official Imperial news source. My name's Captain Shaq. Tonight, a brief update on the bank's virus containment and a special report. An interview with an Imperial TIE pilot who fought the ancient behemoth of the Benami system. The bank's virus is contained. Imperial computer engineers have been working tirelessly for the last week to rid the Imperial network of its most volatile code-based attack that it's ever received. There has been no word yet on the source of the attack, but many suspect an extremist faction in the Emblems system could be responsible. The Imperial fleet is once again fully operational and has begun docking procedures in the Kinhajat system for repairs. Very few ships involved in the attack against the ancient dreadnought made it home without some kind of damage. The dreadnought was far greater threat than the Imperial intelligence believed. Earlier this morning, I had the opportunity to chat with a lieutenant. His name he requested to be kept confidential. The lieutenant was a pilot for the 16th Interceptor Squadron, originally based out of the Emperor's Heavy Interdictor. The footage you're seeing here is from his squadron's various combat actions, which have earned them all the Imperial Seal of Honor. It's just about 3 a.m. New Terra Capital time. Like most Imperial officers, the lieutenant, for the rest of this interview we'll call Jask, contacted me promptly, as most officers of the Empire do, at our agreed-upon time. His holographic image flickered and waved in the blue light we all know so well. The distance between the fleet's current location, at the repair docks high above Kinhajal 3, and the XBGNN's headquarters on New Terra make it hard for a clean transmission to get through. I've talked with hundreds of Imperial officers, from the generals and admirals to the NCOs stuck in the trenches during the past engagements. But this was the first time I'd ever seen an Imperial officer look so defeated. Don't get me wrong, Jask greeted me in the formal salute, his bandaged right arm snapping to his chest, his shoulders back and rigid, his stare blank and looking at, well, more like past me. As the holographic image filtered and refined, I could, only for a few seconds, see more detail. The top half of his flight suit, ripped and stained with blood, hung at his hips, his left eye bruised and swelled. The scene behind him showed a few medical beds, each full of shapes I could only assume were other soldiers wounded in combat against the Benami dreadnought. After some brief pleasantries, I opened the conversation with some light questions, opening up a dialogue about his history in the service. Turns out his grandfather had served in the War of the Hunt. He flew TIE scouts against the Predator clan back when they were considered the greatest threat to New Terra. Jask gave a chuckle at the thought of Imperial citizens looking at the Predators as the worst threat they could possibly go up against in the black. His next words chilled me to the bone. This dreadnought shows that we know nothing of threats. This thing is ancient, yet commands more power than the entire Imperial fleet and its allies combined. It shows that we're just children in a universe of gods, ants that think our hill is superior, but to what? Unknowing of the boot that could at any moment decide to land upon us. You think the Empire's weak? I said with just a hint of outrage. I have to say, I was shocked to hear an Imperial officer of the fleet, an Imperial pilot with years of combat experience, speak so negatively about our great Empire. Now I see why he requested his identity be kept hidden. He wanted to speak freely without fear of reprisal from his superiors, who could misunderstand this man's words as propaganda, or worse, treasonous. Jask thought about his question intensely. The hologram flickered and waved as the interference grew stronger and then subsided. His unbandaged arm scratched at a scar at his chin. As if, having made a decision, he swallowed hard and pressed his answer, speaking clearly and with authority over the interference so that there could be no misunderstanding. Jask said, "From the seat of my fighter, I watched a single ship, no bigger than our own dreadnought, swap the former command ship of the fleet, the Heavy Interdictor, the Emperor's ship, out of the sky in a flash. Everyone I knew, my colleagues, my friends, my family, my brothers and sisters in the service, died, as if swatting an annoying gnat from one's ear. My family. This ship has sailed the Benami system for longer than the Imperial fleet has been in service. Imagine for just a moment if the race of beings who built it have continued, much like we have, to improve their technology, to build their defensive and offensive capabilities. Imagine how much stronger we have become over the last few hundred years, and now multiply that by the age of this one single ship. This ship that destroyed my home. And in return, we didn't even scratch it. How could we ever hope to stop such a threat? Or even slow it down if its gaze fell upon us?" Now, some of you at home might be demanding this pilot's head, calling him a traitor and demanding his name. Others will fear his words as truth. It should be noted that We don't know what lies beyond in the black. We never have, and it's never stopped us before. For those asking for this brave pilot's name, a man who's been tested in combat, know that I'm a man of my word and I'll never give away a confidential source, so save your breath. Think on the words that he speaks, and long live the Empire. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here. Welcome back to the Grand Stellaris campaign. Emperor, wait, who's our Emperor right now? Let me open this up. Victor Alucard is currently our Emperor. Damien Victor Alucard. So, we have expanded the Galactic Empire. We did have a bit of an issue with the last update. I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. We had a bit of an issue. Just a recap if you didn't watch the last one. Yeah, the update didn't... I was able to roll back the main update, but I wasn't able to roll back the mods that got auto-updated through the mod developers, obviously keeping up with the development of Stellaris, so it broke like everything. Now, I'm already noticing there's a few things wrong with the campaign that we have to fix this episode. One, the max planet pop cap has changed for us. Something has been updated there, so we can only have 6. We're 4 over our core. Oh, that would explain why we have negative 274 power coming out. Now, the Empire has expanded substantially, and I believe last time we were fighting, yes, we're about to get the Icenian autocracy to join us. We've been converting them, bringing them into the fold. Now that's all the territory that they've got left. Oh, they've got a little bit. This is Icenian, right? No, this is the commonalities. Meow. I always click on them thinking, what are you guys? Because they almost match perfectly in color. But we are going to pick up the Icenian autocracy, and I believe we brought you guys into the fold, right? But we can't integrate you. Yeah, we can't integrate you until 2358, and it's 2351. So the Nurians are gonna be holding out for a bit longer, 7 more years, but we can start the integration process to bring them within the Empire. We are slowly expanding northward. Our Federation allies, the Just Khan, the Zemerpuk League, and the little tiny guys over here, the Wasari? Yeah, the Wasari are all part of the Just Khan autocracy, the royal family that's been part of the Federation, the Galactic Imperial Federation, for quite some time. So soon, this little cluster of little weak, pitiful empires will be underneath our command. Actually need to go to war with the Predator clan to claim their territory as well. And we'll be able to look at larger issues like the Althari Collective and the Republic. And what else we got? The Confederacy, and maybe even save the Valdari from being just absorbed by these larger empires that are around here, and maybe even free the Salarians, which got conquered early on. A couple of their worlds are like in this area here, and save their population. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I kind of hope we do that, but we'll see. We never know what's gonna happen with this. Now, we got some things to fix. We've got to expand some sectors, and we've got to fix this power. Good grief, it has to be due to the planetary issues, right? Yeah, energy credit minus 40%, so that's a big part of it. Also, I don't think I've actually docked up the first fleet, and we all know that when the first fleet is on the move, in this case, falling back to repair because it's got massive casualties. Oh, the casualties. Yeah, you guys haven't actually run over here. So let's go ahead and unpause the game. You guys, get above Naboo. Yeah, sit above Naboo so we can get a little bit of power left. Let's actually go ahead and pause this and let's fix our sector issues. Now, we did claim some new territory as well. I think that might be one of the reasons why we've jumped over, possibly. Looks like we need to expand the Husco territories, is what I think we're gonna do, and give them some of the worlds here. We need to kind of carve around, maybe we should make a new core world, like the Crusader sector, and then just like cut all of this territory out. That's probably a good idea. That way this can continue to expand this way. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. We're gonna clear all this stuff out. We do have research we need to pick up. More Imperial leaders. That might not be a bad idea. Recruitment costs lowered, I mean, we haven't been great on influence, which is what you use to recruit people, leadership, but we keep getting living state. How long will this take to research? 20 months? It's a bit of a while. But just to get rid of it and get the leader upgrade, I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. The leader upgrade is nice. All right, so that's the thing. Who's starving? Let me guess. One of our newer planets. Let me see your surface. Yeah, you're still waiting on upgrades. Look at all the humans. Oh, why are you all naked? What? Oh, good grief. So, I guess that's a problem that we have to deal with now. Oh man, I had not noticed that. That's a thing. Here, come over here. Let's get you building a farm. Let's just fix this food problem. So some of the issues that we were having, like I said, some of the mods got updated and they don't support 1.4, which is the version we're playing now. As long as this works out today and we can still continue this campaign, I think I'm gonna start doing 2 episodes a week so we can get through the Imperial campaign fairly quickly so we can get up to the latest version, because they're already talking about the next update for Stellaris, meaning we need to get caught back up and finish this campaign so we can start the next. So I'm thinking 2 episodes a week. I'm gonna try. This one takes a little bit longer to, actually finish up. All right, let's do our sectors real fast. We're gonna go to the planets and sectors. Create a new sector. Now, where we choose to start the sector construction is going to name it. We can always rename it, but I'm thinking Zeta Reculi because this used to be the Predator homeworld. I like the idea of the Predators now that they've become a vital part of the Empire. Getting their own sector, maybe even having their own governor, would be interesting. And we need to give them actual planets, not just random sectors. So we'll go ahead and do that. That brings us down to 5. We're actually looking pretty good. I'm gonna give you a few more worlds so we don't have to manage all of these worlds ourselves. Have we really not scanned this planet? Oh, that's the Benami system. No, we have not scanned that planet. Nobody is touching that planet. That's where the Ancient Dreadnought is, where we sorta, kind of failed to take out the Dreadnought. I blame bad intel. We'll go ahead and add you in there. That's enough. It actually costs resources. And I'm gonna give you Chronograph as well. All right, that puts us down to 4 core worlds that we'll be controlling. I don't want to give them control of all the core worlds. I like to manage at least some, especially the Crusader system. That's our capital, that's where New Terra is. Everything else, though, is good. I think we're golden. All right. Fantastic, let's go ahead and close that. So how's our power doing? We're still down 100 power per tick. That's okay, because I believe the first fleet is still moving into position. Let's find it. We also need to get rid of some of these construction ships. We've got far too many construction ships. So we're gonna get rid of some of the other races ones that we don't need, because the reason I'm getting rid of these, they cost 1 power a tick, which is not something that we can really do without right now. Now the science ships we do wanna keep. Construction ships. Like the IN ones I wanna keep. Especially our very first one, the Starforge. It's been around forever. All right, what kind of unemployment do you have? These are the new worlds that I was talking about. We haven't done anything with. We've got to clear these out. You also get alien pets. Let's go ahead and start clearing these out and get these bonuses. I can't clear dense jungles? Why? You can't afford to clear this tile. We're out of minerals? How? Oh, I know why we're out of minerals, because the first fleet is under a total repair. It just got repaired. All of our resources are now being dumped into the first fleet to repair it. Yeah, make sure you're on the repair orders. You're all ordered to move in. Jeez. The first recon group, we have to figure out what we're gonna do with these. The task force survived? Really, the Federation task force survived. Now you guys have brought up some interesting ideas on like, hey Shaq, why don't you build up the Federation fleet? Because you don't have to pay for maintenance of that. We talked about this when we first established the Federation fleet. We didn't like the idea of sharing Imperial technology like Star Destroyers with the fleet, because we won't have complete control over that fleet all of the time. The president rotates. Now, when I made that decision, and I'm curious what you guys think, when I made that call, honestly, I was thinking that we would have more members of the Federation and not just the 2 of us. So maybe we should build out the Federation. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. So some of my people are clothed. Some of my people are, not clothed. Why are we getting naked, guys? Why are we naked? Is that what we do on this planet? Even our robots not wearing clothes. Indeed. All right, well, we're gonna be pulling the fleet away from here. Let's let them get their upgrades. Hopefully, we're gonna get this ticking back up. I hope this isn't like You guys still repairing? You are still repairing. Okay, yeah, the main fleet's still repairing. That's where it's all going. That's fine. We're gonna get ready for a war though, because we need to take out the Predators. We're not gonna be taking out the Ancient Dreadnought. We need a much larger fleet for that. Even with our fleets fully combined, we're not able to crack the shield on that thing, let alone how much armor it has. So this damn Dreadnought that has put the Empire in turmoil. The first actual military loss that we have had has been against this thing. It's gonna be a great victory to take this out. I have listened to you guys. If we do take this out, I guess you can like rebuild it and bring it into the fleet as a new flagship. We're totally gonna do that once we build up our minerals. We are still hurting on power. You don't say. What is eating all of our power right now? Is it the fleet rebuild? Is that costing us resources? Because we can't trade for power anymore, either. Oh, that ticked up for just a second and then dropped right back down, so. Hopefully we're going to be able to, oh, look at the freaking thing's moving. I love the sounds it makes. They're so creepy as it passes by. All right, well, what else is drawing power? We've got ship maintenance at 217. I'm assuming that's repairs and not just having those ships, though I could be wrong. You guys should be. Let's move the Imperial fleet, the proper Imperial fleet, to the Crusader system and put them in orbit of New Terra, the most defended location in the Empire, hence the mines and the space stations. Once you're positioned there, you'll be looking better. 128 now. We need to lower this. And is there any power upgrades that we can do? A lot of our worlds, I probably should have done those upgrades already. You guys are naked too over on Naboo. People are just naked on Naboo. I see. Build some power plants. Why can I not build? Oh, because we don't have any resources, because we're still repairing the fleet. I may have to tell it to stop.
Incoming transmission.
We have an incoming message. Trade deal. You want our terraforming gas again. I'm not gonna do it. The Confederated, you know what? Let's talk. I'm gonna decline. Let's go ahead and open up contacts. Maybe we can trade for some power to offset our issues. I'm gonna let time go ahead and continue to run. Who likes us and who do we want to actually work with? The Veldari love us. The JustCon of course love us, but they love us. We're allied with them. I don't really want to deal with them. I don't have to just yet. I would rather build up a relationship with like one of these other groups. You're much smaller than us, but you might be our in for the northern territories. Let's offer a trade deal. I desperately need, and I bet you don't have enough, a monthly transfer of, wow, you don't have any power right now. Your economy is just total shit, and you're worthless to us. Fine, the Veldari, these fanatic, what are they? Oh, peaceful traders, perfect, offer a trade deal. What do you have? I actually like how they look too. It's a cool looking race. They look like ferrets. Do you have energy credits that you'd be willing for a monthly transfer to, no? Nobody has monthly credits? Monthly energy transfer? You all suck. Okay, the other largest empire in the area, you guys love us, offer a trade deal. We desperately need an income for power since we don't have the minerals to trade anymore. This still isn't going up. I'm getting a little concerned that there may be a bug with this. We'll have to check the fleets and make sure that they're not, and Naboo's still building stuff. We'll have to check the fleets and make sure they're still not pulling resources. Offer a energy credit trade deal. I need a monthly God, nobody's willing to do it. Absolutely no one. Who just died? Oh, we lost one of our scientists who was actually researching our new bomber technology. So we're gonna pick up a new scientist. Let's grab up research speed. Yes, you're perfect. And we'll name you after one of our patrons by the next episode. Wait, now Atlantis Prime. Now everybody's naked. Why are you all naked? You all had clothes like 2 seconds ago. Oh boy. I may have to remove the mod that actually adds their clothes because it no longer works with the latest version, though I'm seeing there are some other issues here. Let's go to the fleets. Okay, you guys are still repairing. The first fleet's under repair still. Yep, you can see its health just starting to go up. The second fleet, the first recon battle group is still repairing, and the draw is going down, so good. As soon as those repairs are done, I'm hoping, they're done now. Looks like repairs are complete on this. Okay, here we go. It stopped going down. So it was the repairs, for whatever reason it wasn't showing them anymore, but there we go. Now we're building up a stockpile of minerals again. So it just took a little time for it to finish those repairs. Our fleets are just so large, and we still have command of the Federation fleet, which we don't totally need right now. Okay, let's plan our assault on the Predators and get these bastards taken care of. They've been a threat to the Empire for too long, and now we like surround their territory completely. They just need to be dealt with. So let's get the first fleet. You basically could do this on your own. And now that we've got minerals coming in, I'm gonna be able to trade for power, so that's good. Zeta Reculi, I kinda like the idea of launching the assault against the Predators from the system that is their former whole world of Hish. There it is. Let's see if we can just get a look at that. The former Predator homeworld. The loyal imperialist Predators, and they're not actually called Predators. They're called, what's their race name? I always call them Predators, but they're actually called the Yata. I always say it wrong. Let's get the fleets in position though. First fleet, you're going to be heading right for Lissac. And actually, let's take the recon battle group. You're plenty large. We're gonna get you in a system right next door, and we're gonna have you assault. So, Blitz, Commander Blitz, get in there and get ready for the assault. We've lost somebody else. Who has died? No! Our Emperor has passed away. Damien Victor Alucard, one of our finest military admirals. One of our finest admirals of the fleet, fought through many battles, then became Emperor, and lasted as Emperor for like 30 years. He was Emperor for a long time, after a string of Imperial deaths that were under suspicious circumstances, because they died like a week apart from each other. We now can have... Blitz is up for Admiralty. Henry Smith, the Last Hope, you're up. You're in the Emperor's command vessel right now, in I think the First Fleet? Yeah, you're commanding the First Fleet currently. We've also got Director Krennic from Scarif, and we've also got Jonathan Bartholomew Schwalzer, which is what? One of our... He's commanding one of the other ships, I believe, so cool. I'm gonna just let this election go. I'm not sure who's gonna win it, because one, we couldn't affect it if we wanted to. We don't have the influence. I am happy to see our influence is positive, if just a little bit. We're gonna abstain, and we'll just see who becomes Emperor. We have elected Jonathan Bartholomew Sulzer, previously Admiral on Captain Roy Van... Okay, so congratulations on your Emperorness, Sulzer. Freaking awesome. Unexpected. I actually thought maybe Blitz would win that, or our other Admiral, but apparently not. So that's all right. Blitz seems like the kind of guy who wants to be in the thick of things, so. Sad times that our Emperor has died. I wonder what Emperor we're on now. I'd love to know, like how many generations. All right, First Fleet, let's go ahead and pause, is at Zeta Reculi. The Recon Fleet should be ready to go. Where are you guys? Recon Battle Group. Now remember, the way that we have to go to war is through liberation. It's the only way that the royal family will allow us to vote yes for a war. That's the only way we can go to war right now. That's the deal that we made to make the Federation a war of liberation, I say in quotations, because just 10 years later we'll incorporate them into the Empire as a kindness. Now, what other territories do they have? They do have some territories to the north. They have 2 planets up there that they have managed to take over. Where are our ground troops? I believe we need new generals. Now we have 2 leadership slots open. We're gonna recruit a couple of generals. I actually like the idea of you being cheaper, but this general would give us morale and attack damage, which is actually really good, but it's costly. We'll take it. Now, I'm not sure which patron's gonna be this general. We haven't had a ground general in some time, but you're gonna be leading the new 501st. I won't name this because every time we land them and take them off, it changes their name back to Expeditionary Force, which is a little frustrating. I would love to see, in a future expansion to this, the ability to actually set up a chain of command for your ground troops, having detachments, having battalions, and then platoons, and having like your officers that you can assign. Make it a little bit more interesting instead of just, here is my mob of infantry. I think that'd be great, but we'll rename him, and then we'll just put like a tag 501st or something. Where are we going to send you though? We need you near Lissac, so head to Zeta Reculi. At the same time, What other fleets, whoops, what other fleets do we have ready to go right now that we can send up? I'm thinking the second fleet we can send to the north and prepare for the invasion, but where can we stage you? Ishinor, maybe? Can you fly through there? You totally can. Excellent. It's good to see. Now, weren't we taking over territory? I thought we were. Or we were waiting to do it until 2358. That's when we can start integrating the Nurians. That's right. Was it 2358 or 59? The end of 2358. Okay. No worries there. So the fleet is in position. This should be really quick for the recon fleet to attack probably just a space station, and then we can send them over to reinforce. Let's go ahead and start the war up. Declare war. We want, not to humiliate you, we want to liberate. You just don't have a liberate species, do you? No, we just have to liberate all the planets. Look at how big this list is, how many groups that we've brought in. So, liberate. I use the War of Liberation pretty liberally. I mean, it's the way for us to seem like the heroes. So, is that all of their worlds? Indeed it is. We're gonna confirm war score of 76 is required to end this war. Let's get the first fleet. I didn't need to vote yes, I'm the one that declared war. The war has begun against the Predator clan. First fleet. Oh, yeah, that's right, we've made a huge order for ground troops. Or not for ground troops, for new vessels to join the fleet, which are currently constructing. New Star Destroyers. I think we ordered up like 5 of them. They're gonna take a little while to build though. Look at that power draw as soon as we set the fleet up. Second Imperial fleet is en route, and the recon group go ahead and head in, destroy that space station. We've engaged a hostile fleet. What do we have? Oh, the Predators were waiting for us. It's not going to matter though.
Situation log updated.
Because, I mean, the Predator fleet's kind of pathetic. Immediate destruction. Look at all those TIE fighters.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Oh, that is great. It's just a massive mob. We need to start the bombardment. I'm not really concerned. As much as you guys want to, I'm not concerned about taking out their space stations. These small mining outposts do not interest me, Admiral. But okay, I guess they would be feeding them intel. Take them down. As soon as you're done, please set up. Come on back here. Still destroying a mining base.
Situation log updated.
Set up here and begin bombardment so we can get the ground troops down. You're gonna notice a little bit of clipping here. I'm still working, trying to get this mod, the old version of this mod installed so it'll spread the fleet out a bit better to make it look better. Hopefully that will be working by the next episode, so. Okay, the bombardment has begun. The other fleet, the second Imperial fleet, the old defense fleet, is moving to the north, and it's time to eliminate the Predator hold on this system. What system is this, by the way? The Habana system. The Haban system. Blitz, your small recon group, go ahead and move in and engage. So the mods that I've been using to make the fleet battles look better are the improved Space Battles graphics version and balance version. Oh, we got research that is completed. Let's go ahead and grab new research. Sector limit +1.
Engaged.
Or leader capacity. Gonna go with leader capacity because I want to bring more of you guys from the Patreon list into this. Once the battle begins, notice that they actually spread out and it doesn't look half bad. And there they go, launching their fighters. Get in there, boys. Beautiful. We'll take this out and we'll actually own this territory. Whoa, that's way zoomed out really quickly. It's that space station that's giving them control over this sector. As soon as it's gone, boom, we now control it. We'll be able to put that inside a sector and take advantage of the extra power that's there, which we actually need to do. Let's get the recon group dispatched all the way to the north. So Blitz, take your men and vessels up to the Salarian system. We'll be able to conquer it. Now, how goes bombardment of their current capital? It should be relatively finished, right? You are done. Excellent. And there are all of the Imperial troops, the stormtroopers ready to go, our ground troops. Go ahead, land your armies, begin your invasion, Admiral, or General.
Initiating sweep.
Engaged.
Begin to capture the planet, and we'll see the Lambda shuttles begin their landing sequence. There they go. In my most recent video, that actually came out today, so for you guys, it came out yesterday. I talked about planetary invasion has begun, fighting the Predators once again. I talked about the new Battlefront coming out and how I wish that they would take it a step further, do something new. Remember that it's a community game and that we as Star Wars fans want something more than just round-based combat over and over again, because it makes the battles not really mean anything to us. And I talked about Galactic Conquest.
Planet secured.
And the only reason I'm bringing this up right now is because how cool would it be if those battles that we fought in Battlefront had a Twitch streamer, right, in command of an overmap like this, even a simplistic one, where people could say, okay, I'm gonna play survival-based, wave-based, whatever, like co-op match with my 5 buddies, and we'll be the Special Forces group, and they're gonna do one of the missions that the Twitch streamer assigned as a possibility, or a full-on invasion, where players could fight it out and actually play those ground battles. Just make it a little bit more community-driven. Make the battles mean something. It's always something that I've wanted to see. It's like, try something new, stop just repeating the... Did they really just surrender? We are withdrawing our troops and ceasing military operations targeting the XPG Galactic Empire. You are surrendering. We invaded one planet. I am shocked. Absolutely shocked. So, they have surrendered. We've taken out their old government. The new government, the Confederated Domains of the Yaja, the Predators, right? The Predator people. I like that their person has changed too, because there is a new government. These ones actually like us, so we're going to be able to offer them, not association status. Now we can offer them association status. Oh, and it went away. Why did it go away? Negative 64. God, they hate us. That was, why did that change so quickly? They went from border friction, 144 to border friction. Shit. All right, so I'm not sure how to handle this. I was going to offer them association status and then we can demand vassalization, but they hate us. They'll never accept it. Let's go ahead and let this run for a bit. That did not work out as planned. I guess I could try bribing them. Trying to debate how I want to do this. We have a negative pull now? They hate us even more, don't they? Nope, not yet. All right, hang on a second now. What do we got? Our scientist is leveled up. Congratulations on your research. We've got no access. Fleet transports have been pushed out of Predator territory, so they don't want us there. We can't actually bring them in. I guess I could start another war and demand they become vassals, which is fine, I guess. It really wasn't the way I wanted to go, but if we demand them to be vassals, what do we get for that? I forgot. Have you lost your alien mind? No. I guess we'll have to wait again. That sucks. It's because we're completely surrounding their territory. So we're just gonna have to force them to become vassals and then bring them into the fold that way. It's kind of a bummer though. I wanted to just kind of collect them. How you guys doing? Can't integrate you until 2358, so 4 more years so the integration process can happen. Who are you guys? Imperium of Barukan. Oh, right, the mushroom people, and you're already vassals of ours, so you'll eventually become part of the Empire as your research continues. All right, fair enough. The war is over. Let's pull back our transport fleets. Where are you guys located? And let's get our primary fleet back into dry dock. So what we're gonna do is head back to Zeta Rakuli. Let's bring back the first fleet. Come on back to Hish. I just want you to set up orbit here. For all you fleets that aren't currently in orbit somewhere, recon group, you come on back too. We're just gonna rendezvous here and we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. We don't have any empires that would dare attack us, so I'm not worried about like keeping them on the border regions as of yet. 35k fleet though is not bad. Is not bad. All right, let's do a little Empire maintenance, because right now, I feel like we're draining a lot of resources for no reason. We still want to get rid of a couple of construction ships that aren't actually doing anything. Same with science ships, either you're gonna get a leader or you're not. We have actual extra space for scientists, actually. Ugh, this is eating up our points. You're cheap. Recruitment cost. We're gonna put you, I don't know who's gonna be this scientist, but I totally recruited you because you were cheap. I apologize. It's kind of funny though. And we can't go into your territory to scan this, can we? Nope. They hate us that much, that fast. That's pretty hilarious. Let's go ahead and send you out, Sir Scientist, to survey a bunch of worlds that we may want to go ahead and grab up and colonize at some point. I'd love to know what's out in this region. So you've got your orders for a while. The Trident. What are you doing? If you're not helping us research, then you're doing it wrong. Actually kind of want you scouting, because the more that they scan, the more random events that we get, and I really enjoy those. The other reason why I'm looking forward to the next season, because there's gonna be a lot of events that they've added, I believe. Construction ship. Do we have anything that needs to be built in our territory? Have we expanded to any new systems that haven't been taken advantage of yet? It looks like we have built everything that we can. Colony ships. I think we're actually sitting on a colony ship, weren't we? Civilian ships, military ships, planets, sectors, factions, observation posts. What are we doing with these observation posts? Aggressive observations. We actually get research for this. Passive observation. That's kind of funny. These were worlds. Let's see if they pop up on here. These were worlds that we didn't build these originally, I don't believe. Yeah, these were ones that were put there by empires that we eventually conquered. Leaders gain a level. Congratulations, Nathan Kranz, governor of the Bob sector out here. Some of the Armco territory. Indeed. This is one of the big complaints that people had with this title, is that the late game kinda gets boring. I've had a lot of stuff that I've kept myself busy with, but I can definitely see what people mean with, like, you lose that mad rush to do all the things. I love that my empire is a bunch of naked people in certain territories. So much upgrading that needs to be done. Do all of the things. Naboo. I haven't upgraded anything on Naboo. Minus 125 on power. This will help a bit. We're actually gonna buy a, do we have the power facility? Power plants? Power, yeah, I must have built one already. Okay, so let's take full advantage of the power plants that we can have on this world full of naked people. There we go. You're actually sitting on an empty spot. You definitely need a power plant. Any extra power that we can get, and if we get research to bump up our power generation, we have to take it. Now, as for our influence, I'm thinking we need to rival someone maybe? -5 to frontier outposts. We have a ton of frontier outposts. Let's do some frontier outpost maintenance. Let's find them all and destroy them. Okay, we don't need 5 frontier outposts. I don't care where they are. Military stations. You say military station, which is also unnecessary. Like, we've got a military defense platform here so far behind, we're gonna decommission some of these old military stations. You've got a military station. You're actually on the border, so I'll let that stay for now. We need to find the rest of these. Commerce station. Merchant Guild Station. It should give us, I think, a logo saying, hey, there's a expansion station here, Frontier Outpost. There's a military station here? What military station? Totally unnecessary. Disable that station. Especially the old stations that won't do us any good. Oh, we've got a frontier outpost out here because we must have claimed this. This is one of those moments where it's like, if I get rid of this station, there's a good chance that we're gonna lose control over these sectors. And at the moment, that's getting 6 power to us. whereas it is eating up a little bit of influence. We're also getting a lot of research and terraforming gas that the other empires seem to want. Okay, we're gonna leave that one there. That one's totally fine. -5 for frontier outposts. They only do -1 per outpost, right? That's what I thought. You're not gonna give me any more details, are you? No, you're not.
Construction complete.
All right, we're gonna leave that one up there. What else are we missing then? Military Station Polaris? What do you have? Unnecessary, get rid of it. When did I build these? The clip system has a military station? Get rid of it. Save us a little bit of power from running those. Our scientists are out there. We're looking pretty good, actually. Frontier Station, there's one. Yeah, so it's this little space station with a star in the center of it, which I don't see any other ones on this map. If I got rid of you, how much territory would we lose? It's a fairly important one, because look at all the terraforming gas too. Not that we're doing a lot of terraforming right now. Oh, and speaking of stuff to do, there are a bunch of research points that we can get from that station right there. Get in there, deal with that. That's why we built that, to connect these. I remember now. Yeah, we can't get rid of that. We'll probably lose these worlds right here. So, where else can we get a bit more influence while we let time go by? A couple more years till we can integrate the Nurians into the Empire. We're still suppressing a faction. Do we care anymore about that faction? Are they such a problem to us? I don't think they are. All right, where's our factions? Factions. Who are we suppressing? We are currently suppressing the Emancipation Movement. You know, it's more important that we get more influence coming in. I'm gonna go ahead and stop doing that. We'll see what happens. The only slaves that we have are the Elegant system. This territory. But since their primary objective has been to wipe out all life in the universe as we know it, I don't feel so bad. Not really. What else do we have that's eating up influence? Frontier outposts -5. Let me know, guys, if there's something that I'm missing about those frontier outposts. I thought they only used up 1 per outpost. That's a lot. Maybe it multiplies with the amount you have, and maybe there's like, you guys can see it on the map right now. Is there a system I'm missing where there's a frontier outpost that I haven't? Actually, there's one right there.
Research complete.
Actually, would they be the ones that aren't mine? Yes, they would be. Get rid of it. I don't care about that one. They can have that little bit of territory there. I need influence coming in. Our research is completed. Excellent. So there's one more. There should be more though. Am I crazy, or should there be more? I mean, there's one right there. Ooh, if I got rid of that, I wonder how hard that would hit us. It's all about that balance. All right, new research. +5% to energy credits, applied superconductivity. That's pretty important. Rare technology capacitor fields. Monthly shield regeneration,
System
20%.
survey
Oh, that's just a recharge. Tachyon lances. These are the super weapons we still haven't built the ship for yet. We need to go with energy collection. But now that I've remembered, ship designer, we're gonna go ahead and pause it. It looks like we've got a couple of ships that don't actually, we're just gonna delete those. It must be part of the update, the buggered out update. Let's go ahead and figure out what ships get the mega weapon. I'm thinking battleships, probably battleship 2s. Now what we're looking for is the mega lasers, right? The super weapons. No, it's nothing here. Knowing this mod author, I bet it's something special. Don't we? Have we, wait. Am I confusing this with something else? Wait, we could build the Bellator? What? Wait, how did I not notice this? Or did I finish research that was necessary to unlock it? I might have. The last thing I probably needed was like the fighter research or something. Holy crap. We could have the Super Star Destroyer in the fleet. It's monstrous too. Look at this thing. 10 medium weapons, or do I want 4 larges? 10 mediums seem pretty freaking epic. Just like, look at the weapons on this thing. Front. Do I want special weapons? Do I want 4 more lasers? Good God. It would take us a while to save up the resources. We're actually not that far behind, but like auto-complete it just to see. Finished, she would cost 11,000 credits. Her build time would be, how many months is this? Oh, it doesn't break it down. It would be a considerable amount of time. And her maintenance to keep up would be 45 energy and 45 minerals, but we would get a Super Star Destroyer. I don't remember unlocking this. I mean, we did the Dreadnought research. Hang on a second, let's just do SSD class. We're gonna save this. New design. The last thing that I built was the Dreadnought, wasn't it? Yeah, the Dreadnought was what I was super excited about, and we ended up building. And then we ended up building the other version of it, which was the, no, this is the Battlecruiser. No, what we're talking about is Dreadnought, so let's see, Dreadnought. Allegiance, allegiance, allegiance. The Secutor is what I ended up building, unless he's updated this mod. Yeah, Super Star Destroyer is totally new. All right, that's amazing and super exciting. And that didn't answer our question, but now I want one. I want a Super Star Destroyer to lead the fleet. I wonder, would that thing's help if we could take the enemy Dreadnought out? Probably not. What we wanted to find out was what uses the mega weapon, the super weapon. So that's traditional battleship. We don't want that. What we want is new design. It's going to be one of the Imperial ships. Battleship 1. It was a Conqueror class, was it? Because it does have that, like... Yes! Because it does have the dish in the center. The particle lance. I kind of hope that it would show something. So we can have the Conqueror battleship, which we haven't built any of these yet, I don't believe. We can have these. Conqueror... let's go with the back proper weapons and just auto-complete it. With that, look at that thing. 273 damage per shot. Mitigates 33% to shield and ignores 90% armor. This might be the key to taking out the Dreadnought. We might need like a wing of these guys to do it though. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna let time pass a little bit longer. We're gonna get to 2356, and in the vote this week it is, do we build a wing of these Conquerors to take on the Dreadnought, or do we focus on building the Super Star Destroyer, the Bellator? Curious what you guys think. All right, what has happened while we were messing around with all that? I got so distracted. We found an anomaly somewhere beneath Ulcad 3's untoculous clouds. Unnatural structures silhouette themselves against the toxic surface. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to go ahead and 90% risk of failure? That's too much. What I need to do is dispatch a proper scientist over
System
there.
survey complete.
I'm glad I haven't named him after a patron yet, because they'd be really, really mad. They'd be pissed off at me. How dare you say proper scientist? I just don't have the experience yet. We need a proper science ship. Come on. There you are. Jake. You've got a 15% risk versus a 90%. I'm sending you in. What? There's a hostile fleet. We've got pirates? Wow, you ran into pirates. It's been so long, and I bet they're adorable. Oh, look at them, all piratey and junk. Blitz, take the long-range recon fleet out. The first recon battle group, I want you to get some experience anyways. Head to the ISIS system, and eliminate any hostile targets that you find necessary. This is a high-level anomaly. I kind of want to see what you find. Oh, look at you in one of the conquered alien races. You're in one of their ships. It's adorable. It's actually pretty cool. What are you ordered to go? Oh, you're the wrong one. That's why. We're waiting for our other scientist, our high-level scientist to get over here. Okay, it's at, what's the date? 2356, we're looking okay. Research is going smoothly into our new technology. We're getting our stockpile built up. We're gonna have enough resources to build that Super Star Destroyer if we find it necessary. How are we doing on the surface of these worlds? I now have the resources to actually clear you out. Let's do that. At the same time, upgrading all of your power plants because you need it. The bird people. Oh, these Arcanians, right, because we just brought you into the fold. Go for some more research. We can't forget about research. Cool. Upgrades are down. Oh, we're about to hit out on power. We need to fix that right now. So, because we haven't done a trade in a while, let's go ahead. Where's our trading base? Our trading base of operations was, oh, wasn't this one? There it is. Merchant Guild. I like to trade for energy credits. If you'd be so kind as to supply us with what we need to get through the next few cycles, that would be great. If I just get mining capabilities. Let's look at our sectors real quick. I feel like we're not taking advantage of everything. So if we go under planets and sectors, what are you guys producing for me right now? The Hushko sector is doing quite well. Our monthly gain from is 49. Let's run through the whole thing. The Alam sector, we need to get new leaders of these sectors. Let's max out our leadership. We need a new governor. I wonder who's gonna be our next governor. Army build cost and speed, not worried about it. Building cost and construction time, Now that we have the actual resources. Give us some bonuses here. And stay on balanced focus, because I do want resources. What can we build to get more influence from planets, I wonder? We don't really have any individual planetary governors because we don't have the necessary leadership spots. Hopefully these guys will level up and get some good bonuses for the group, for the sectors. Okay, we've got about a year left. I'm gonna go ahead and speed up time a bit.
Anomaly found.
Oh, we got a new anomaly. So, a small rectangular object on the surface of this planet is deflecting
System
all
survey
of the
complete.
scanning beams like a mirror. Our sensors are unable to determine its material composition. Damn, this is 80% as well. Did our other scientist, I hate to keep taking you off the job. Leave it be for now. Continue on your mission. You haven't arrived yet. You're still quite a ways off. You continue to survey the system, and then I'm gonna give you orders to survey these other worlds.
System survey complete.
Oh, Blitz is there. All right, let's go back to normal time. The first recon fleet, oh, don't pause it, has arrived. Your orders are to engage the pirate forces. Hopefully you'll break up into a better looking battle group than this. And get your admiral a little bit of experience. It has probably been like 200 years since we fought a pirate fleet. It makes me a little nostalgic for those first episodes when you're just starting to colonize the worlds around your capital, just starting to expand out. I mean, we even have one of our Nebulons from those early days.
Complete.
Who is that? Let's see. What was that? Control F9 to bring that back up. Who is this Nebulon B captain? That would be Wingnut in the Wingdings. Sleepers awaken. It began as a subtle shift in Farale's behavior. Scattered reports of their ships, once rarely seen outside their own space, now being spotted in remote systems all across the galaxy. Highly advanced scouting vessels visiting ancient ruined worlds, refusing all hails and fleeing when attacked. Their purpose and mission unknown until now. We now know that the Farale were preparing, recovering their databanks of survey beacons and automated scouting posts left behind when they retreated to their present borders, gathering information for their return to the galactic stage. In the final space, fleets are gathering, armies are being mustered, and ancient factories roar to life. For the first time in an age, the Farale Crusaders are looking outwards, beyond their borders, and towards the galaxy at large. As their decaying shipyards are repaired and refitted, and their dormant systems of Titan foundries come online, the rest of the galaxy is left with only one question. Who will this once sleeping giant target first in their quest to reclaim the age-old glory lost? Giants in the playground. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on, we're gonna pause this. So that was the Farale. What does that even mean? The Farale Protectors. Oh, shit. The ancient ones are waking up. Oh, crap balls. Okay, let's think about this. So an ancient and implacable enemy, a group that hasn't left their borders and has actually allowed local governments to kind of invade their space a little bit. But their power to us, their relative power is overwhelming. Their naval capacity is superior and their technology level is once again overwhelming. And to make matters worse, they are against a border of our Federation allies. The Just Khan actually rule over the League here. So if the Farale decide to head south, they'll bring us into a war of an enemy that I don't think we can defeat. It has begun. Shit. Well, it looks like we need to in the next episode, because we're already pushing an hour on this one, in the next episode, we're gonna have to redeploy the fleet against the Protectors border here. We're gonna have to start building space stations, get that Super Star Destroyer online, get who cares about the Imperial Dreadnought at this point? We need to throw everything we've got in the defense of our territory and those of our allies. I'm hoping they go north and cut a fiery path through the Holy Mandate, the Criminal Sons Organization, the Valdari Confederacy, and the Republic, and gives us a chance to gather our forces so we might have a chance. This may actually be the thing that brings the universe together. I don't know, but I'm excited to see what happens. All right, so next time on Dragon Ball Z, Stellaris, we find out what happens with the Protectors in the Galactic Empire. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about what I should build first with the Super Star Destroyer. We're a little bit lacking on resources to build it, but it won't take us long to build those back up. Or should we actually focus on getting those super beams online? What are those, the Gladiators? Or the Conquerors, I think those were called, those battleships? Let me know in the comments below, and your tactical advice is always appreciated. I'll see you guys in the Senate chambers. Later, everybody.